on the basis of the nature of the economic activity that is taking place in the economy, we can divide the economy into two types: centrally planned and a market economy. Market economy can also be called the capitalist economy, and centrally planned economy can also be called the socialist economy. Now, a centrally planned economy or a capitalist economy is an economy where the full thing is governed by the private individuals, that is the private sector. The means of production like land, labor, capital, entrepreneur are governed by the private individuals. Now, what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. These three things, that is the production, consumption, distribution of the commodity that is being produced, these decisions or the three main activity of these decisions are taken up by the private individuals. Next, there is high level of competition among the private individuals. All the decisions are taken on the basis of profit motive. All the decisions are taken on the basis of profit motive. There is no interference of the government in any of the activities. There is no interference of the government in any of the activities of production, consumption and distribution. Price mechanism guides all the decisions. Now, a market economy works on the basis of the price mechanism. The price is determined. Now, how is this price determined? The price is determined by the demand and the supply forces. If the demand is high in the economy, the prices will be high. If the supply is high in the economy, the prices will be low. So, the price mechanism guides all the decisions in the economy. Okay. Now, what is a centrally planned economy? The centrally planned economy is an economy where each and everything is governed by the government. It is also called the socialist economy. Now, a centrally planned economy, what it is called a socialist economy. Also, here, the means of production like your land, labor, capital, entrepreneur are governed by the government. Each and every activity is not done by profit motive but by social welfare motive. Now, as each and every production activity is done by social welfare motive, that is why there is not much competition among the people, among the product producers. Okay. Moreover, there is the government takes up all the decisions regarding what to produce, for whom to produce, and how to produce. Now, each and everything is guided by the government. What will be the prices? How to distribute it? In what amount it will be produced? By what technology it will be produced? So everything is governed by the government. Okay. Next, how this PPC curve or the production possibility frontier solves the central problems of the economy. So what did I say in the earlier day? What are the central problems of the economy? What to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. Now, what to produce, how is it solved by the PPC curve? Now see in the diagram. See, when the production of guns is 18, okay, 18 units. The production of butter is 5 units. Okay, so when the production of gun is 21 units, the production of butter is 1 unit. See, so according to the need of the economy, or demand generated in the economy, the production will be carried out. See, so when the demand for gun was high, 21 units of gun was produced and only 1 unit of butter was produced. When the demand for gun decreased a bit, only 18 units of gun was produced, and as the butter demand increased, means the food demand increased, the quantity increased to 5. When the demand for gun decreased more, the quantity of butter increased. Okay, so now in this way, as the demand for gun is decreasing, the quantity of butter, where the demand for gun is decreasing, In the vice versa case, thus the demand for butter is increasing. So we are sacrificing or we are giving up the production of guns for extra unit of butter because the economy is demanding that. Because the economy is demanding that. Similarly, if we move from downwards to upwards, that is from D to A, we are moving from A to D. Now if we move from D to A, just see 5 units of butter was produced and only 6, I think so it is. Yeah, 6 units of gun is produced. Now the demand for gun increased, so butter production fell down to 4 and that of gun production increased. So if we move from D to A, see the demand for butter is decreasing and that of gun is increasing. So that is why the production of gun is increasing and that of butter is falling. And if we move from upward to downward, the production of gun is falling down as the demand for gun is falling down, and increasing the butter production as the demand for butter is increasing. Okay, so this is how the PPF decides and means what to produce according to the demand of the economy, and thus gives various possible combinations of the two commodities, which gives us equal satisfaction. The possible combinations are denoted by the points of A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so these are the possible combinations. So A to G we have the possible combination. Sorry, I said D, it is G. So A to G we have got the possible combinations, so which shows the combination of two commodities.